What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Classic K956 vlog. On today's channel, we are gonna do these, I guess, kind of like polish these wheels. As y'all know, they come with the OEM, well, not OEM, but they come with a clear coat. So like, I remember we did these one time, and we did it's called aircraft remover. As well, also on the, I don't know if you remember the white GMC that we had. That one had a white paint on the bumper. And I ended up putting aircraft remover all over the paint, and then I pressure wash it off. So that's pretty much what it does. It takes out the clear coat. So like I said, it's pretty dirty for right now, but it does take out all this clear coat, and then you can pressure wash it, or even with the regular water hose, and it starts scraping it off. I did start another two, as you can tell, it's just these two. But I did start another two, so let me go ahead and show you those how they look right now. So guys, basically all you do is you get this aircraft remover. And you can put on a brush, sponge, rag. All I had to do was a rag, and you just spread it all over. And it starts picking up the clear coat, or whatever is on it. And then with this, you can start. You can do it with the pressure washer as well. But sometimes the pressure washer don't really take it all off. So you have to do it with the brush or anything like that. And you can tell it starts picking up this little clear coat or whatever it has. You can tell. Then after you repeat that process maybe about 2 times, the first time you do it, and then you take it all off, and then the second time you put maybe one more coat, and then you know, this should turn out pretty good. It still has way more shine than the other two back there. Maybe I do a third coat on them, but they do look pretty good already. And then eventually we're gonna well, actually soon we're gonna sand them down. And then end up polishing it probably with the machine, because I don't think by hand they will really pop out a lot with polish. So maybe by the machine. But just like that, you know, I mean, they look way better. They start to look more of a polished look than kind of like a grayish look, which is the look we're going for. So let's get started on the other two. So after doing all that, this is pretty much how they should look. Next step is probably the sanding, of course. Which we'll see what kind of grit we'll use to sand that with. It probably won't be something like really heavy, probably something light. So we can sand it down and then start polishing it up. But this is, you know, how they look after just the aircraft remover. You let it sit for maybe a couple minutes or even just seconds. It starts peeling off that clear coat really quick, and then you start brushing it off. Or even if you have a pressure wash or anything, even if it comes off like that pretty quick, then you know, that would work too. So we'll probably pick up the progress tomorrow, or probably start setting them down, or see what we try doing to these wheels. Alright guys, so we are gonna start this process of the aircraft remover. I just already got this right here. Right now I am about to pop up the center caps. Like I said, basically I do remember from the other 17s. I kind of already started that process. I already got the clear out. Next is to sand them down and polish them. But these haven't taken off the clear. So that's, like I said, that's what I'm about to do right now. Basically, you just put it on the wheel. You let it soak up the clear coat or whatever, and then you can start taking it off with the brush or with the blade if you're careful enough. But the brush is probably the easiest thing to do. You know, it's more safer. It's not you won't really scratch the wheel, or the rim actually. So like I said, we're about to start doing that right now. But right now I'm taking up the center cap so we won't damage those, because those are new. And hopefully it should take off most of all this, I guess. Maybe not, because I don't think that's clear coat. That's more like I guess weathering on just the rim or something. But like I said, we're about to start doing that right now. So it's kind of the same process as the other 17s that we did do a while back. But like I said, those still need sanding and then polish. But right now we're about to start putting the aircraft remover on these. So that's it too. Alright, so I just applied it. As you can tell, it kind of starts bubbling up, or I guess it starts eating the clear coat that has on it. You can tell it starts eating a little like it starts getting like a little bit of crusty. These you probably won't put out any on them because they don't have a clear coat, but we'll see right now. But for the main reason is pretty much these actually have clear coat on them. So like I said, you just apply it with the rag, or even we usually do it with paintbrushes. It's easier, it's more precise. You won't really get on here, but in this case we don't have them. But a rag will work as well. So let's see right now how this one turns out, and then start doing the rest of them. So this is how it should start getting after you start applying it. It starts kind of like crumbling up, and I guess soaking up that clear coat. It should start getting after maybe about, I guess, 2 minutes, I think. It starts eating up pretty quick. And then with water, you can start scrubbing it off with the brush, or even a pressure washer would work as well. But whatever you have should work. Alright guys, so we're just about to start on the third wheel. We just finished 2 of the other ones. They look pretty decent. I mean, they kind of cleaned up from what they are. One of them was kind of like real bad. Like, it didn't even have shine at all in the beginning. But like I said, this is the third wheel. The process is kind of a little hard, to be honest. There's 2 different rocks. I guess one's compound, one's kind of like a polish. And then you just pretty much do it. I'll try to get some clips of us doing it. But it's kind of hard because it takes a little while to do it. They don't really like do it really quick. But this is the third wheel, like I said. We just got those done right now. The back one still needs a little bit more polished by hand, but the front one is pretty much already done. Maybe some armor on the tires, they look pretty good. But like I said, this will be the first set that we do. And then those over there were new as well, the 17s, the ones that I did before. Pretty much the process was the aircraft remover, and then the sponge or the brush. You can take it off with that, and then pretty much start the polishing with this machine. So like I said, I'll try to get some clips so you can see the process. But it's going pretty good so far, so y'all stay tuned. The last clip was the polishing part, but pretty much this is how they look. Looking way better than what they were before. Kind of recap, it's the aircraft remover. You put it on the clear that it has. These don't really have clear in between here, so you don't have to put clear in there, but like more like on the face part. And then you let it crumble up or eat the clear. And then you should be able to wash it off with the, like I said, pressure washer would work, or even just you have a brush. And then you start polishing them. They look pretty good, as well as the caps. We got those done too. I don't know if I mentioned in that video, but we did get the caps as well, so it can of course match. Because before they're kind of like a brushed, I guess you could say. They weren't like polished. So I mean, that's how they look. And these is kind of like an OG method that people used to do back then. You know, just to get the wheels polished. But not many people do that much anymore. I guess, you know, better stuff came out and people stopped doing it. But this is a good way to, you know, just get your wheels polished at home or wherever you're at. So they all turned out pretty good, all 4 of them. Next is probably the 17s that we had back there. I believe I already took off the clear. You just need to start sanding them down and then start polishing them. Or first sand them down, see, so we can get that texture kind of out of it, and then start polishing them. And they look pretty good, hopefully. These turned out pretty good. I forgot which one it was, but the one that was pretty bad, which I believe was this one. I think the one that was pretty bad, that had like it was, I guess, like a lot of weathering on it. I think it was this one, and even then it still polished up pretry nice. Like I was saying, we are gonna do the other pair, the 17s. You just gotta set them down, and then of course I'm polishing them, and then I'll try to get the process of the sanding and then the polish part. So like I always say, stay tuned, guys. Right now we're doing the little acid wash that we usually do. We get, and when the wheels are like this, pretty dirty from the back, we just sanding them down from the front, of course. So this is kind of a must, so that it can look, you know, at least decent in the back. Well, when you look in the wheel, you can just notice the difference right away. So just a little secret sauce of the acid. So probably the next step will probably be start the polishing process. So I'll put the camera on once you start doing that. Here they are, all polished out. Like I said, we just need the center caps. But they do come with a little lug nut thing, so we need to paint those spray paint on black, and then we can put them on. But so far, this is how the wheel looks. It looks pretty good. We still probably need to give them like a little hand polish to get off any little scratches that the polish left, or with the polisher. But I mean, you look pretty good. So next, probably put those center caps on, and so they so they can look all complete, of course, and hopefully they'll look pretty good. So we got the little red with the polished wheels, the 17s. But the video's not about the truck, it's mostly about the wheels, of course. I already did the ones on the OBS. But these were the second pair that we're gonna do. And you know, they look pretty good. You know, pretty much the polishing. And then the center caps as well. And then my dad's buddy did paint that red Chevy emblem. And then it brings out the center cap more, of course. And I guess you can say it matches the truck as well too. But here's this the other one, and we did give him a little spray down with the, I forgot what color, what grade it was, but just so you know, cover that up that was underneath that. Here's the other side as well. And in my opinion, they look really good. Not many people do these anymore. At least the polishing part. But it is a good way to, you know, just to bring out the shine in your wheels. And you know, that's exactly why we did them, just to bring them out. And they look really good in my opinion. So that's pretty much gonna be it for the vlog, guys. The first pair was the one on the OBS, and those turned out pretty good as well. And the second pair was these, of course, and they both turned out pretty good. But like I said, it's gonna be it for the vlog. Thank you guys for watching. Comment down below on what you want to see more on the channel. And as always, Classic 956 is out.